Hi, I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. Don't miss a single episode of Bama Talk Show, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app, and on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
This is your Weather Extreme video for Sunday, March the 3rd. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and looking ahead, it looks like we're going to be sunny, cool, milder, wet, and then cold again. The Skycam imagery this morning, there's a look at Birmingham, and you can see the clouds breaking up across central Alabama. And then I couldn't help but enjoy this beautiful shot from Dauphin Island as we see a few clouds across the opening to Mobile Bay. On the atmosphere, in the surface map this morning, high pressure over the eastern half of the country is going to be bringing us some improved weather. That, in combination with the fact that the large trough that's been in place, the cold core low that's been in place over the eastern half of the country, is finally swinging by completely, and that should take the clouds with it and any chance for snow flurries. Temperatures across the U.S. are really pretty chilly in the Central Plains states. As you can see, lots of single-digit values there just in the western Great Lakes region. We don't have any single-digit values down here, but we are well below freezing, with many readings in the Tennessee Valley in the upper 20s, as well as around 30 degrees for much of central Alabama. I noticed Alex City is at 35 for one of the warmer spots. The next weather system producing a number of winter weather type advisories across the north central United States, and some additional advisories, those red ones primarily for dry weather and fire weather outlooks. The next weather system expected to bring us some rain, probably primarily on Tuesday, and it looks like the rainfall amounts generally on the order of a half inch or less. And we don't expect there to be any organized severe weather. This is actually day 3, but the SPC is outlooking a good portion of the southeastern U.S. for the possibility that we might hear some thunder. The morning 06Z GFS model run this morning, and there's a look at our trough moving by. And again, this is going to be a chilly day as we see highs only around the mid-40s, but that certainly beats the upper 30s that we saw yesterday, and the weather system's moving on out. I want to note there that the GFS was certainly right last weekend when it brought the 540 thickness line all the way down into South Florida. So good call on the model last week. By Monday, the ridge has come over us, so we turn milder, and that's all right. Milder's 50s, and that will certainly feel a whole lot better, and clouds will be on the increase ahead of that next system as the next system dives in from the Dakotas into southeastern Iowa, and with it, it'll be bringing a surface low across the Mid-South and the Ohio River Valley area and dragging a cold front through the southeastern U.S., but because of limited moisture, it looks like the amount of rain will be somewhat down in terms of total rainfall amounts, again, a half inch or less. The closed low moves over into the eastern part of North Carolina in the vicinity of the Outer Banks, and it takes the surface low up into the mid-Atlantic states. We'll probably still see a few clouds Wednesday morning with a little bit of wraparound moisture, but it looks like Wednesday should be a fairly sunshiny day. For Thursday, the ridge builds in, and that means a warming trend, and I think by Thursday we'll probably be into the 60s, maybe the lower 60s. By Friday, the ridge is strong. That puts us into at least the mid and upper 60s perchance, and then by Saturday, we see that we're still under the ridge, so the ridge building in pretty strong, and so we stay dry. May see a few passing clouds, but we're watching the next weather system developing just to the south of the Four Corners area, and that is going to be responsible for developing a surface low in the vicinity of the Texas Panhandle, and that surface low will be moving out our way, and that will be bringing a chance for rain to us on Monday. In the meantime, on Sunday, the upper low moves a little further, moving into the Texas Panhandle, but that still keeps us just to the east of much of the precipitation. That precipitation probably reaches us on Monday, the 11th of March. This is the kind of looking out into voodoo country, but you can see that strong closed low in the vicinity of Tulsa, Oklahoma. When we get out even further, though, that closed low moves by, and by the 17th, we're under a pretty substantial ridge. Even though we're seeing strong systems come in on the west coast, that ridge is holding very tough. And as a matter of fact, it holds very tough and moves those systems keeps those systems off to our northwest. So it looks like we're headed for a period of relatively great weather after we can get by the next few days. If we get by Wednesday, it looks like pretty improving. And right now, next weekend looks pretty nice. Well, thanks for tuning in. I want to thank all the folks at the Helena Bells, and I had a great time at the Masquerade Ball last night out at the Civic Center in Helena. So if you had a chance to come out, I'm glad you did. It was a wonderful time, and the Pelham High School Jazz Ensemble played exquisitely. Enjoyed the music very much. Well, James should be back with the next Weather Xtreme video first thing tomorrow morning. In the meantime, I hope that you have a wonderful Sunday, and Godspeed.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
In back-to-back ratings periods,
more people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.